Welcome to the Stargate Astrology series, bringing you your constellation connections. Hello, you amazing sky watchers and stargazers of the internet. Stargate opportunities begin this week with the Star Magic portal opening up in the combined stars of Sheratan and Mesarthim, when a new moon vortex in Aries on March 21st provides a pathway through this star path. You will be able to use this Stargate to gain the help of the Star Magic Angel of this conjoined Stargate and this particular gateway to bestow to you vast amounts of energy, which you can utilize to get a significant measure of activities done. And it's also going to be done in a competent way and also in an expedient manner for you. Nevertheless, be aware that nefarious necromancers occasionally use this Stargate to cause dissension, dislodgement of persons, and this kind of sort of a depopulation of certain businesses or opponents when this star doorway opens. So we're going to teach you how to protect yourself from people dislodging you or causing dissension in your ranks, but also teach you how to use this to go ahead and give yourself as much energy and get as much done as possible. Through revealing to you this ancient secret knowledge of the Magi, we are enabling you to access powerful Stargate frequencies once that was only available to the pre-scientists of Atlantis. We're also going to give you the name of the angel and the Lord. Most of the time, the name of the angel and the Lord are different for this star path, but also everything else going on this week. So stay tuned for that. Now, we will be giving you the names of the Stargate pointer stars also, of the accessible constellations opening up this week, in addition to the pertinent star magic guardians, as well as images or icons which you can use as magical talismans to gain more power, more wealth, more health, and better fitness. These images and methods are the true secrets of the ancient astrologists, the creators of advertisements, movies, television shows, plays, paintings, and social media use to conjure responses from audiences such as you. So you can also be the magician. You can also make these things happen, and happen in a way that will benefit you and benefit those that you care about. Okay? So again, we want to empower you and show you how you can use these kind of emblems and these very ancient icons in your favor. And now, here are your weekly Stargate names to bring you many opportunities to improve your life, as well as the Star Magic Angels and the Lords and the Guardians, which are the powerful gatekeepers of each Stargate, and the Lunar Mansion pathways to access each Stargate from the 21st to the 28th of March. We begin with the Mansions of the Moon signs pathways to each Stargate and Star Magic opportunity. A new moon in Aries happens at 5:23 p.m. That's on the 21st of March, and a waxing crescent moon from the 22nd to the 28th of March, with Luna transiting through Aries. Also Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer the Crab. We're using a tropical astrology and universal time coordinated. Now you want to complete receptive magic spells before a new moon reaches total concealment, and projective magic rituals after Luna's absolute darkness. Use projective imaginings, pictures, films, advertising, or magic during a waxing crescent moon. This is when you will notice that you will be actively causing the events to occur in your life rather than having events sort of coming towards you. Okay? So this is a purposefully active or projective consciousness where you will create icons, pictures, sigils, sounds, or recordings, okay, with the intention of absorbing these pre-made magical talismans when Luna goes into a decreasing moonlight phase. So stay tuned. We're going to give you all this information. Here now are your daily Stargate Lunar Mansion Star Magic pathways, including the angels and the lords and the guardians, 21st to the 28th. Boom! We begin with March 21st, Aries new moon happening at 5:23 p.m. or 17:23 hours to Lunar Mansion number 1. Now, Lunar Mansion number 1, it is a mansion that that spans from the beginning to the mid portion of the ram, occurring over 1 hour after a waning crescent moon moves into lunar mansion number 1, spanning from the beginning to the early mid portion of Aries the ram, and that is at 4 p.m. or 1600 hours. The stars Sheratan and Mesarthim are the stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's favorable for energetic activity, as we mentioned. Though, take heed that adversaries, opponents, or your enemies attempt to intimidate for purposes of inflicting dissension and dislodgement of persons and businesses upon their opponents during this mansion. This happens, okay? This is what's done with this mansion. Now, beware pictures or icons depicting a black warrior wielding a weapon, according to Agrippa and Warnock's reference to Imperatrix, showing a fighting man wearing an outfit made of hair, so long hair that circles around his midsection, while with his right arm tossing a piercing weapon. This rendering is used to annihilate a specific person or group. This is from the Horns of Aries in the constellation of Aries the Ram with lunar angel Geniel and Lord Geras. This is often where you can also get names like genies, okay, like where a genie comes from, these types of things. Now understand that they use this in many TV shows, like this series. One series they use it in is Britannia, that TV show Britannia, the series. And in this show, they have like a black warrior. He's got a very beautiful face, and he's used in that as sort of he's a Roman warrior, and the captain, who looks like kind of like a Norse guy, but he's like the commander of the Roman army. They go in there and they sort of try to get rid of certain populations of Britannia. Okay. So they use that very heavily in this TV series. That's a good TV series. It's very intense, okay? It's very spiritual as well, because you have druids and all kinds of good pagan stuff like that, if you like pagan stuff the way I do. Okay, also, they use it also in the Lord of the Rings TV series. They have a black elf who goes in, and they try to get rid of populations of certain types of sort of unwanted peoples, you know, like they have, you know, the orcs and things like that. So that's what it's used for. Understand that, okay? You can use these to your benefit by protecting yourself against that and showing your group of people, whoever your group may happen to be, doing well and prospering and multiplying in population and these sorts of things, okay? You can also use it to give yourself energy, okay? You can dress in black and be sort of the dark warrior, the grim warrior, and sort of be energized, okay? That kind of thing. Okay, now, March 22nd, we have an Aries waxing crescent moon in lunar mansion number 2 at 13:24 hours. The star Botin is the stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's advantageous for locating and retrieving jewelry and other expensive riches, as well as making audacious moves to better yourself or those in your charge. Also beneficial for securing detainees. Beware that rivals wanting to cause rebellion in your ranks often attempt to exploit such opportunities during this mansion. Utilize a picture or emblem of a king sporting a crown atop his head, for during this mansion such a rendering causes reunion and good understanding with a crown prince. This is from the belly of Aries in the constellation of Aries the Ram with lunar angel Gediel and Lord Int'l. So any kind of movie or any kind of sort of TV show or any commercial or any paintings, we have a crowned king, okay? That's going to help you as an icon during this mansion. Now, we have March 23rd at Aries. It's still Aries, but it also goes to Taurus. So this mansion goes from Aries to Taurus moon, and that's a waxing crescent moon in lunar mansion number 3 at 11:16 hours. The star Alcyone. Beautiful name, Alcyone. It's a stargate we access. 4-star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Profitable for enchanters, okay? Chemists, pharmacists, sailors, and sportsmen, hunters, trappers, and poachers. Use depictions or symbols of richly dressed lady reclining in a valuable chair, resting her right arm casually above her head, for this representation causes anyone viewing it to become very joyful, to become very wealthy, and to acquire all that one desires. The star Alcyone resides in the sign of the bull, while lunar mansion number 3 spans from the end of Aries to the beginning of Taurus. From the rainy ones or those that reign, or the Pleiades in the constellation of Taurus, the bull with lunar angel Amixiel and Lord Anuncia. Anuncia. Now, it's Annuncia, like Annuncia, that kind of thing. This is used in the movie The Addams Family. In this Addams Family, the one that had Angelica Houston and Raul Julia and Christina Ricci was in this one. And in that one, you see Mrs. Addams sort of reclining in her bed. And Gomez Addams has to come in and say, "En garde, Monsieur Soleil," and close the blinds so that Morticia and her plant that can't take the sun, because they're sort of vampiric beings or dark beings, can't take the sun. Okay, but she's using, she's got her it's resting over her head, and even though she's lying in the bed, it's still the same thing, because it's a luxurious bed. Even though it's Gothic, it's still very wealthy. They're very wealthy, even though they're Gothic. So that's why when you watch this program, that particular movie, it can help you be joyful and help you attain all good things, and also help you become wealthy. And you notice that is about wealth. It's about hereditary wealth, okay? And it's about, law and legal disputes over hereditary wealth, these kinds of things. It's very good for pointing out lunar mansion number 3. On March 24th, we have a Taurus waxing crescent moon in lunar mansion number 4 at 09:44 hours. The star Aldebaran is the Stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's beneficial to find safety and reinforcing your structures. Beware competitors seeking revenge, separation, hatred, and malice. It's dreadful for married people and relationships in general, okay? Reptiles will run away. Beware an image of a soldier riding upon a horse, brandishing a snake in his right hand, for this picture or icon causes the one projecting such magic to obtain revenge or cause others to seek revenge, to break up marriages or relationships, to generate enmity, to create spitefulness. Again, the best thing to do is to stay out of trouble, is to work on strengthening your constructs or your edifices, buildings, fences, these kind of things. Or even things that are like on the internet or any other kind of constructs or edifices that you have, like a web page or a Facebook page or a YouTube channel or a Twitter or Instagram, whatever. Okay? This is from the head of Taurus in the constellation of Taurus, the bull with lunar angel Azariel and Lord Asarez. Understand that in this one, this is utilized in many tarot decks where you have the Prince of Cups, the Prince of Cups, where he's got his cup and a snake in it, and in some he's holding the snake, okay? So, and that represents Scorpio. This is Taurus. Now, what's the connection? What's the connection? Okay, the connection is that in the Chinese system of astrology, Taurus is the same as the snake. You're the snake is the same as Taurus, okay? So that's where the connection is. And that's done in order to sort of put a cloak over you so you can't see what's actually going on. And right now is you're the rabbit. Coming up is you're the dragon. And then after that, you're the snake. And a lot of really bad wars happen and you're the snake. World War I started. It didn't start, but that's when America got involved in World War I, you're the snake. When America got involved in World War II, you're the snake. 9/11 happened, you're the snake. And month of the snake, okay? And a lot of other things like this, okay? A lot of things. So understand that, okay? So it's like there's a war brewing, and then when you're the snake, America gets involved. Boots on the ground, America is at war, yada, yada, okay? Now, because this has sort of been made known, and this year of the rabbit right now is especially important because it's a very messianic time when everybody's looking for a sort of a messianic leader, but it's the computer. No human can fulfill that role. Our technology has to fulfill that role. No single human being can do that. But it's all of us together, united on the internet, that becomes the Messiah. Okay? The Tikkun Olam, that we're bringing it all together on the internet. That's why the internet itself is the Messiah. So understand that. Now, this was also used in the movie Star Wars, the first one, where you have Carrie Fisher was the Princess Leia and Han Solo was Harrison Ford. Okay, so that one, I think it, well, anyway, it was in the 70s when it came out, in late 70s. But anyway, so Aldebaran is the star. Okay, the planet, Princess Leia's planet, Aldebaran, was exploded. Remember? Okay, so this is where these connections are. Okay, and what this symbol of a man riding a horse carrying a snake, what that was is when Princess Leia, in the scene where Princess Leia is sort of under interrogation, okay, and they bring in this sort of a droid, a robot with a injection, like a syringe on it to inject her with, okay, to get her to, to sort of get her to talk, that kind of thing. That injection, that syringe is the snake. And the droid that brings it in is the horse and rider carrying the snake. And the reason you know that the syringe is the snake is if you read Zecharia Sitchin's book, I believe it's called the 12th Planet, and all those books, okay, about Anu and Enki and Enlil and all the Sumerian gods and all, all of that, okay? That's where all that comes from, and it's ancient stuff. But it's all worked into the movies very methodically, very carefully, and very, may I say, effectively. It's done very effectively, okay? So now also, we have March 25th, Taurus waxing crescent moon to Gemini moon in lunar mansion number 5 at 08:52 hours. The star Messiah, Mesa, saying it wrong, Mesa, but that's similar to Messiah, okay? See how it all unfolds, okay? Is a Stargate reaccess for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's valuable for gaining good health and the favor of kings, and also his court, and to become influential, as well as to receive all good things for which you ask. Acquire high esteem for your good marriage, okay, by generating icons of these good affairs and project them into your universe. So people that have very nice wedding pictures on their like Facebook page or on their Google account or whatever, or on their Instagram, this is where it can really bring a lot of good to your good marriage, your good partnership. Now, acquire high esteem for your good marriage by generating these. And also, though, you want to beware renderings showing the devastation of casual lovers, for this rendering will devastate careless relationships. So this is not a time to act like you're in a casual relationship, because this is a mansion when casual relationships will be annihilated. So that's what you need to understand about this mansion. Okay, it's number 5. Okay. Also, the traditional picture for this mansion is an icon of a man's head, used to gain the help and esteem of sovereigns, monarchs, and constables, as well as to gain access to theaters, plays, and concerts. From the white spot in the stars that span from the end of the constellation of Taurus to Bull to the beginning of Gemini, the twins, with lunar angel Gabriel and Lord Kabil. Not Gabriel, Gabriel. Okay? Gabriel and Lord Kabil. Now, this one is, if you're Catholic, it's very simple to get this one. All you have to do is get one of the icons, like a picture of the cloth of the veil of Saint Veronica's veil, where she places this on Jesus's face when he's walking his cross to the, to Calvary, walking up to Golgotha. And, he stumbles like 3 times, but she wipes his face, right? And all the sweat and blood and dirt and all of his oils and his, it goes on this and sort of, and his eminence of his light burns it into the cloth, sort of like the Shroud of Turin type of thing. But any veil of Saint Veronica, any of those pictures, whether they're older or newer renditions, those all are this mansion's picture. So the Catholics take care of you. They do take care of you. If you just sort of do it, that they tell you, and do it when they tell you, they do take care of you. They do it at the right time. Okay? There's one that I have. It looks like there's like blood on it, and it looks like Jesus, it looks like actually somebody else's skin and face over somebody else's eyes, like somebody's like they took off somebody's face and put it over somebody else's face, kind of a thing. That's the one I have, and it's a Catholic icon. This was used in the Hellraiser movie, okay? When the guy said Jesus wept, remember he put somebody else's face on his face? That was this icon. So even in horror movies, it's used. Even some of the most horrible, horrific, the most drastic, heinous horror movies have very deep secrets in them and can be helpful. On March 26th, we have a Gemini, waxing crescent moon in lunar mansion number 6 at 0842 hours. The star Alhena is the Stargate that we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's profitable for successful hunting as well as conquest of towns and villages. Doctors are stopped from applying their trade during this mansion. Beware sons of sovereigns seeking vengeance, and those that desire to destroy your harvest and your business. Watch out for love-hate relationships. Use the icon of two people embracing each other to guarantee love between these two that you choose. From the little star of great light in the constellation of Gemini, the twins with lunar angel Derachio and Lord Nede Yerahe. This one is used in the movie The Fiddler on the Roof. Okay? I think the guy's name that was the star in it was called Topol, was the actor, and he played Tevye. And there was a song in there called Matchmaker, Matchmaker, because they had a matchmaker in their village. And they sing that song, and that's directly from this mansion. And we have March 27, Gemini waxing crescent moon lunar mansion number 7 at 0913 hours. The stars are Castor and Pollux are the stargates we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. Brings loyalty and trust betwixt associates and partners. Also beware the annihilation of legal systems and justice. It gets rid of flies and the Lord of the Flies and his minions. Use an icon of a man or a woman lifting her hands up to heaven, requesting help from heaven to gain plenty of superior high quality goods and services, or relationships and properties. So when you do this, you're giving. When you do this, you're receiving. Understand that and use it appropriately for whatever you're trying to accomplish, okay? This is receiving, this is giving. Now, so this one is from the arm of Gemini, okay? In the constellation of Gemini, the twins with lunar angel Sekelia and Lord Sele or Selehe, the silly rabbit. That's where these things come from. Now, March 28th, we have a Cancer waxing crescent moon in lunar mansion number 8 at 10:21 hours. The star Precipe is the stargate we access for star magic opportunities when Luna activates this lunar mansion. It's favorable to find love amongst traveling companions. Beware pictures of cruel detention centers that are mistreating their detainees, for this image will bring these things to pass, okay? Vermin and mammalian pests are chased away during this mansion. Beware images of specific types of timid or poor people being driven from their homes, as if they're sort of like parasites. For such representations and renderings will cause this to happen. Use an icon of an eagle sporting a strong face of a human. For this rendering will give you great conquest in warfare. The Egyptians had that, which is why they were a great empire. They had an image of an eagle with a man's face. Okay? This is from Misty in the constellation of Cancer, the crab with lunar angel Amnediel and Lord Anediex. Understand also that this one is used like in the movie that Robert Redford was in. I believe it's called The Castle, either Castle or The Castle. It's where he's in a detention center. He's sort of it's like a military prison. It's an excellent movie. And they used that in this mansion in that movie. Okay, now moving on to the books that are must-have books. Firstly, you want to have Picatrix. That's attributed to the Islamic scientist, astrophysicist, mathematician, a long list of many kinds of sciences that he was proficient at, Maslama al-Majriti. Also, the second book, 3 books of occult philosophy by Henry Cornelius Agrippa of Nettisham in 1533 is when it was originally published. I have a Llewellyn copy from 2000, edited and annotated by Donald Tyson, but it's written by Agrippa, Henry Cornelius Agrippa. Also, we have The third book is The Mansions of the Moon, a Lunar Zodiac for Astrology and Magic, written by Christopher Warnock. It's published by Renaissance Astrology, and it has an ephemera that will last all the way up to 2033. I have that. I use it every day. It's a must-have. Got to have that book. It's got so much good information in it. Also, another book, a fourth book, is The Fixed Signs and Constellations in Astrology, written by Vivian Irwin Robson. It was published in 1923. Thanks for joining us, and join us again next time.